Здравствуйте, товарищи!
Comrades, sailors and officers, I salute you.
Поздравляю вас с Днем
Happy
военно-морского
Navy Day.
флота! Здравствуйте, товарищи!
Comrades, sailors and officers,
Поздравляю вас
Happy
с Днем
Navy Day.
военно-морского флота!
Наличие в составе военных кораблей этого проекта с учетом возможностей их передового изделывания практически стирает грань между кораблями ближней и дальней морской зоны. Катер президента Российской Федерации направляется к ответу Венещи. Командир корабля капитан второго ранга Олег Потапов.
Пора! Сына! Равнение на! Раз!
Здравствуйте, товарищи! Поздравляю вас с Днем военно-морского флота! Здравствуйте, товарищи! Поздравляю вас с Днем военно-морского флота! Здравствуйте, товарищи! Поздравляю вас с Днем военно-морского флота!
This ship has modern artillery and torpedo weapons, as well as high-tech telecommunications equipment, and an engine which allows the ship to go as fast as up to 30 knots. It's fully autonomous. Its main weapons are the B-500 basalt missiles, Moscow and Varag. These two are the flagships of the two navies of Russia. Now we are in for the Navy aviation coming in. They have started from different airfields. Depending on the weather, they are to arrive to the meeting point at the same time at the same place, showing their supreme skills and competences. This is a very responsible work and a very hard thing to do with such preciseness. The boat with President of the Russian Federation on board is docking.
Вольно!
At ease.
Парад под Георгиевский флаг линейного корабля «Азов».
And the St. George flag of the Azov battleship is about to be presented. And Senate Square sees the ancient, the historical relic of the Russian Navy. The St. George's flag of the battleship Azov. Battleship Azov, commanded by Captain First Rank Lazarev claimed brilliant victory over 5 enemy's ship, as it was written in Nahimov's memoirs. It was like the whole hell broke loose during the battle. All equipment, all above the stern, was almost destroyed completely. However, the ship claimed the victory. Nahimov and Butinov, lieutenants, deserved special merit during the battle. After the war in Crimea, these 3 were to command the defense of Sebastopol according to the decree issued. Back then, the battleship Azov was awarded with the St. George's flag for the utmost audacity and valor, both of sailors and officers. Now this is a symbol of courage, perseverance and tenacity of the Russian Navy. The honorary guards are approaching the western tower of the Admiral headquarters. Today, these flag of the Azov battleship will be again flying high above St. Petersburg in memory of all those who sacrificed their lives and devoted their lives to defending the interest of the motherland.
Вольно!
At ease. President of the Russian Federation, Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Russian Armed Forces, Vladimir Putin. Comrade sailors, petty officers, midshipmen, officers and admirals, dear veterans, citizens of the Russian Federation, today we celebrate the Navy Day of the Russian Federation. This day is celebrated by the whole of our country. Today, we pay tribute to all those who throughout our history served Russia. Those who serve Russia today, near our borders and far away in the far seas. We have similar parades in Severomorsk, Vladivostok, Sebastopol, Astrakhan and Baltis, and of course St. Petersburg, right here. It was here that the young Russian fleet first appeared and fought its first battles. That was the point from which the explorers of old set off to explore new lands, and this was the place where many of the great commanders were born, where many of the incredible discoveries in biology, geography were made. The Russian Navy contributed a lot to the development of the Russian science, and today, among the first 8, it's re-equipped with new hardware, developing unparalleled military and engineering machinery. Only this year, the Navy is to be supplied with 15 boats and ships. Coastal forces and Navy aviations are re-equipped, as well as the naval bases have been modernized. Today, the newest frigate, Gorshkov, has spent 5 months crossing as many as 4 oceans, traveling around the world. Our Navy ensures national interests and security of the Russian Federation, is capable of giving a firm response to any kind of hostile actions. The most important thing here is the training, the skills and competences of our seafarers, who are truly devoted to their duty. When serving, they are standing until the end. In the face of all the challenges and threats, they are ready to sacrifice their life for their ship, for their people, and for their motherland, as it always was true for anyone in the Russian fleet, as it happened with Aurora Mercury in the 19th century, when they faced the overwhelming forces whom they defeated. They never bowed. The Slava armed boat defended the waters of the 1917 capital of the Russian Federation. The feat of the many garrisons in Sevastopol during the Second World War are remembered, as well as the K-19 crew who saved the world from the terrible tragedy in the Soviet times, and as happened today with the deep water vessel in the Sea of Barents, in the Barents Sea. People will remember always the feats of the Russian sailors and officers. I address every crew member, every Navy sailor and officer. I would like to thank you, all of you, sailors, midshipmen, petty officers, officers and admirals, for remembering about our traditions and about the way it has always been done here. Thank you for your tenacity, for your courage, bravery, and for your valor. Thank you for serving the Russian Federation, our motherland. The shipbuilders' skills and the skills of officers and admirals brought great honor to the Russian Federation. We'll do our best to maintain that high status. We'll do our best to work for the long-term perspective, building the kind of fleet that would be strong, which would best fit a sovereign state of Russia. I have no doubt that this will be true, and we have what it takes to guarantee that. We have the people and we have the capabilities to look into the future and modernize our hardware, train our personnel. We are ready to go full speed. Happy Navy Day and glory to the Navy of the Russian Federation. Hooray! and the ships are already entering Neva. In a couple of minutes they'll be parading through the river of Neva. This is one of the greatest and most beautiful rivers of the Russian Federation. At the same time, this most unexpected river. It's full of surprises for any ship willing to sail through it. It has different width, speeds of the current, and the weather here in the Baltic region is also changing, with stormy winds changing directions all the time. That creates a whole new environment for navigation. In these difficult conditions, the parade is going to take place. These ships are different in size, in speed, in the kind of engine power in them, as well as in the way they are navigated. Here we have a number of diesel-powered, water-powered ships. They differ in their specifications, and in the light of all the difficulties, such as the bridges and the twists of the river, they will be traveling at a set distance, all according to the schedule, through the river of Neva. The only time they have to correct any possible error is seconds, mere seconds, which demands high professionalism and utmost skills from every crew member of every ship and vessel. And the new part of the parade is starting. The anti-sabotage boat Nahimovets, with the Russian flag on it, with the young Nahimov scouts on board, named after the great commander, Navy commander. And the flag of the Russian Ministry of Defense is carried by the anti-sabotage boat, with the members of the Patriotic Club on board. Today in Russia there are hundreds of clubs like that, united by the devotion to the motherland. And the next ship in line is Belomoria, carrying St. George's flag, named after the Saint Apostle Andrew the First called. This flag is a symbol of the chivalry of the Navy. It reminds everyone on the seas about the long-time traditions, as well as their duty to defend the country. This flag is supremely important for any ship. It is born with that flag flying high, and it dies with that flag flying high. The historical part of the parade is opened by the Peter the Great's boat. This small boat was the first boat built here in Russia. It gave the start to the whole of the Russian fleet. Many great geographical discoveries, as well as breakthroughs in geography and biology, started with that boat. All of it started with this boat. And the next ship is Shmel type artillery ship. They belong to the Caspian flotilla. The artillery ship with the 15th Guards flag flying high approaches the stands, and the 71st separate honorary guards flag carrying ship. This brigade was the first one to awarded with the status of the special honorary guards flag for their supreme command and military feats. Artillery boat coming next belongs to Novorossiysk, to the Black Sea Fleet. This brigade was first created in 1942. They participated in the defenses of Kerch, Novorossiysk. They participated in the liberation of Romania, Yugoslavia, Hungary, and other countries. And they stopped only when they reached Prague. And the next boats, Raptor type boats, are commanded by Captain Second Rank Alexei Rindin. First patrol boats are coming along the stands. These units took part in the defense of Stalingrad. Their mortars, they helped to eliminate both military hardware and personnel of the enemy back in the Second World War. And the best crew of that boat is now carrying the next flag of its regiment. The crew of the anti-special boat now coming along. That belongs to the Northern Fleet. And the next ships coming through are the boats, which are used to help both armed vehicles and personnel to land on land. It is capable of traveling as far as 30 knots. On board the ship, there is the main unit in the ranks of the Russian Marines, an armed vehicle BTR-80. The next boat is carrying the self-propelled artillery unit. These units took part in many military conflicts, proving their high capabilities and profound specifications. They can destroy both military vehicles and fortifications alone and as part of larger units or regiments. Right before it, the anti-mine boats are coming. The experience of the Second World War showed that any fleet which aspires to be powerful needs many anti-mine ships. Modern ships of that type are equipped with the best kinds of trolls and sensors and radars. Also, they're carrying 30mm artillery pieces. These ships can detect all kinds of mines at almost all kinds of depths. Pavel Herov's ship is next in line. It traveled over 15,000 nautical miles and was named after head of the 1st Miners Division, Pavel Henov, who participated in the battle near Kronstadt. That man saved over 200 people, both military and civilians. He fought in the defense of Leningrad too. The next in the paired line is the anti-mine boat of the new generation called Obuhov. It was designed by the Elmas Bureau, captained by Sergei Pozhedaev. This ship opens a new page in the history of Russian anti-mine activities. It's equipped with new manned and unmanned capabilities which allow the ship to detect and destroy mines even before entering the mined area, and destroy mines both in the water and on the seabed. It is unparalleled in terms of its special features and specifications. It's meant to be used near the naval bases at a distance from the mothership. This has the whole body built of composite material, and the first serial ship of that kind, Ivan Antonov, is next in line. It's captained by Sergei Pivnutin. It was named after the famous sniper of the Baltic Fleet who fought in Second World War, hero of Russia, Ivan Antonov. This ship is accompanied by an unmanned boat which expands military capabilities of the anti-mine boat. It has already passed all necessary tests, and after the parade it will be transferred to the Black Sea for further service. The crews of the anti-mine ships train on a regular basis almost every day to hone their skills and competences.
На фарватер Невы выходит корабельно-ударная группа,
And the next ships are the missile ships of the Baltic Fleet, headed by the missile ship Morshansk, Molnia type, belonging to the 1st Division of the missile ships. Captain of the ship is Sergei Borisenko, captain 3rd rank. It's meant to destroy enemy's ship, transports and personnel vessels, as well as boosting the air defense capabilities of navy divisions. Russia is the first of its kind country as regards building small missile carrying ships, which has revolutionized the way maritime planning, both strategical and tactical, is done. The next ship is Passat. Captain of the ship is Vladimir Kozeltsev. These ships are between the small missile boats and large missile ships. Also aim, the air defense capabilities are used to defend the ship from any kinds of incoming threats. It took part in over 40 operations and was on duty traveling across the waters around Russia, participating in many exercises and military games. And the last ship in line is the first serial small missile boat Sovietsk, which is a new type ship constructed and designed by the Almaz Engineering Bureau. On board the ship there is an adapted version of the unmanned aerial vehicle Orlan-10. Captain of the ship Ruslan Yurkach is equipped with the high precision vertical launched caliber type missiles capable of targeting both navy targets and ground targets. It is also equipped with air defense equipment. This is Kronstadt, a place truly symbolical for any Russian sailor. The whole history of the Russian fleet is connected, is tied with the city. The parade is opened by the strike group of the missile brigade of the Baltic Fleet. Head of the formation is Chuvashia ship. Captain of the ship Artyom Starkov, captain 3rd rank. This boat is meant to destroy ships, transportation and personnel carrying vehicles of potential enemy. And the next ship is a small missile boat leaving, captained by Alexander Razin. The full speed is 35 knots, and the distance allows it to travel across all of the Atlantic Ocean, which is 4,000 miles. On board of this small ship there are 4 launching shafts for missiles. Throughout its time of service, it participated in 35 expeditions of the Baltic Fleet, carrying out over 60 military duty expeditions, excelling in every military exercise it participated. The next ship, Urengoy, headed by Konstantin Minkov, and Kazanis, headed by Alexander Latyshev. These ships are meant to find submarines and destroy them independently or as a part of a larger group, ensuring anti-submarine and the new patrol ships are coming in line, headed by Vitaly Kozyakov. This is the main ship in its line. In 2017, it joined the Black Sea Fleet. This ship is meant to patrol the territorial waters of the Russian Federation, patrolling its exclusive economic zone, preventing any pirate activities, helping those who are in emergency, as well as it can be used to convoy ship groups. It is capable of carrying here a helicopter named after the hero of the socialist labor Bykov. this group of ships is represented by the top-of-the-line ships constructed at the Northern Shipbuilding Enterprise. Yuri Somov, head of the first ship in line. This is the first new ship designed and constructed for the Russian Navy by using the composite materials which help to enable stealth capabilities. This way the ship is almost invisible to any homing systems. It carries both artillery weapons and air defense systems which are capable of targeting as many as 16 incoming missiles. This is the most advanced air defense system of its kind in the world. And the last ship in this multi-purpose missile line, Severomorsk. These are the anti-submarine ships capable of operating both near the coast and in the oceans. These large anti-submarine ships named Severomorsk served in the northern parts of Atlantic Ocean, in the Indian Ocean, part of the aircraft carrier group. Also participated in the Mediterranean operation near the coast of Syria. And the large personnel carrier headed by Anton Nikulin. These large personnel carriers are the main part of the Russian fleet. That particular kind is meant to transfer personnel, hardware and cargo. It also can be used to deploy mines, to carry humanitarian aid and help to evacuate people from emergency areas. It can carry as much as 700 tons of hardware and several hundreds of marines. And the last but not the least is a large diesel-powered submarine called Lady Kafkas. These type of submarines are meant to target both submarines and surface ships, as well as they can deploy mines and carry out reconnaissance activities. They are low noise submarines with most advanced telecommunication equipment. It's capable of going at a speed of up to 80 knots at a depth of up to 350 meters. And the next ships to join the parade are the ships of the Chinese Navy. First ship Xi'an has traveled through the Pacific, Atlantic and Indian Oceans, arriving to St. Petersburg to participate in the main naval parade of Russia. This missile destroyer has joined the Northern Fleet of China in 2015. This is the sixth ship in its line. It carries an artillery weapons as well as vertical launching shafts and anti-ship missiles. Its air defense systems are capable of targeting any kinds of incoming missiles. Its speed is up to 30 knots. The next ship is Indian's frigate called Tarkash. This frigate was the fifth one of its kind. It was constructed at the Yantar shipbuilding facility. The captain of the ship is Captain First Rank Satish Vasudev. This frigate carries all the necessary capabilities, such as vertical launching pads with BrahMos missiles. They were designed jointly by Russia and India. Traveling through the Indian Ocean and Atlantic Ocean to come here to St. Petersburg. In a couple of moments, the aviation is to arrive today. Navy air forces are being actively modernized. These aircraft participate in many expeditions and military exercises, training and protecting potential enemy submarines, ships, and aircraft. the Air Forces are starting their part of the parade. This part of the parade is opened by the transport helicopters Mi-8 and T-2. Next helicopters to enter the airspace above the parade are the ship-based helicopters Ka Ka-28. Major Alexander Dulovchin is head of these three helicopters, a group of these three helicopters. These are the legends of the Navy, Air Forces, anti-submarine, aircraft. Konstantin Hardov is head of this group of three. And the tactical group of the patrol aircraft A-50U, accompanied by three highly maneuverable fighters Su-30SM. And the tank aircraft accompanied by Su-30SM fighters is now above the parade zone. And the last but not the least are the anti-submarine aircraft Tu-123, accompanied by Su-33 belonging to the Navy of Russian Federation. These are the biggest strategic turbine-propelled airplanes of its kind. Multifunctional fighters MiG-29K. This group of aircraft is headed by Major Kvakin. Frontline bombers Su-24M belong to the Baltic Fleet, equipped with new targeting systems. Head of the group, Evgeny Krasnoslobodski. And the last aircraft in line are Sword fighters Su-25. Coloring the skies in the three colors of the Russian flag. main parade 2019 is over. Glory to the Navy of the Russian Federation, one that guards the interests of the Russian Federation and the country and the people themselves. Hooray!
Здрасте. Ну как вам? Сергей Николаевич, я поговорил. Не устали?
You like it, eh? Not tired? Yes.
Да, у вас машина очень красивая. Спасибо.
Да, понял.
Have a nice day. Maybe I'll visit you later.
До встречи. Хорошего.
Goodbye and have a nice day.
С праздником. С праздником.
And you too.
С праздником. С праздником.
Happy Navy Day.
С праздником.
Happy Navy Day. Happy Navy Day to you.